Today's sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
4-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Call it no gain on the... Game's first play, and it's second down now.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Love looking to throw it. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First down, Packers.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Love now. They'll set up a screen for Dillon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in the game.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 now. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
That'll go as a pickup of 8. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert. Boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he's into the clear. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Coaches preach preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
They're on the 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On second down, it's Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He's brought down at the 31.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Love from the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 9 now. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Coming to you, coming to you.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
Incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Able to power through. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now a second down throw for Love here. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 7 yards there and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Working out of the gun. Love. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
The second down pass. Intercepted. The Niners take over first and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Packers nothing.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
The ball carrier.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. It's Love now back near his goal line. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
This is 3rd down.
Love, they go play action now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at the 11.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. Now it's Hunt. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
The ball carrier.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and
2. Here's a toss right side for Hunt. Shreds the... And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Love. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt, and very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Ball carrier. The tackle made just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line.
1st and 10.
Remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
26 months. Switch up. 26
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
And what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Brings up second and
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. 34's the mic.
Love going to give this one to Jones. Aaron, good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
First down, Love to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. T.J. Green with a pick. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. 19 tight, 26 Mike, 26 Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Niners 28. Packers nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken.
Gain of 22.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Operating from the gun. Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And this carries into the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Niners 35, Packers nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Love now on second down. Buying time to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right, with this deficit, this stage of the game. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
The Niners take
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
leads to 2nd and 10.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
At the 46-yard
And if
line.
anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. On the counter, Hunt, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Hunt. Gets around him. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. His throw caught at about the 5.
The pass.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
58, come on. 58, come on. Exit.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Kenny Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
1 yard on the play.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
You want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Keep it up, guys. Bang, bang. Cut 19.
Here's a run with Balaj. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Kalen Balaj, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Niners 42. Packers.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Flushed out right. Incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's got Adams on the hookup. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Gain of 15. First down, Packers. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Niners 42. Packers.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
From the gun, Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And Adams has it complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to get a score back. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards, a first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers.
Complete to number 14.
A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Extra point try now for Crosby. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Niners 42. Packers.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said,
and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kareem Hunt, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the 49ers continue to roll.
The kick is
trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. On second down now, it's Jones, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
On the play, and it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Love. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Love to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 23. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. 49ers. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
To number 14.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Second down, Love. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down, Green Bay.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Right there.
On 1st and 10, Love. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Valdez-Scantling.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
At the Niners' 32-yard line.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Now a man open down the middle of the field. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
It's a gain of a yard. And this is third.
Now to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Niners take over.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
In punt formation for the 49ers.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And running with power here. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Love now to pass on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
At the 23-yard line.
One last shot now for Love. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Niners, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.